Right then, welcome back to the channel. Let's have a look at the player ratings then for last night. Manchester United against PAOK. Starting as we always do with the goalkeeper, Andre Onana. He had a few crucial saves to make, actually. The very close range one for when it was 1-0. That was a big save for us at the time. And also one which he had to tip over the bar. He kept us in the game, really, because we allowed far too many good shots. His distribution was better, 36 out of 41 passes. Probably could have been tested a little bit more, but he did his job. So 7 out of 10 for Andre Onana. Diallo, another mixed performance, I thought, from Diallo. He did well with his duels, won 6 out of 9. It was pretty solid defensively with 4 clearances. Did commit an error, which nearly led to a goal for PAOK. His attacking support was inconsistent, though. Didn't really link play going forward too much. Kept hold of the ball all right with 86% pass completion, but largely just a little bit of a meh performance from Diallo, so 6 out of 10. Victor Lindelöf, he's actually surprised me since he's come into the team this season. Like, he was one that I've absolutely written off, and I still might have done, to be honest, but am I softening on him? It was a solid showing for what can be a backup centre-half. He won 12 out of 16 of his duels. Some crucial interceptions and clearances within that as well. His passing was good, 89%. He read the PAOK attacks really well, and he shut down their opportunities with decent time challenges. So it's a 7 out of 10 performance. Like, really, really solid, really reliable. Well done, Victor Lindelöf. Johnny Evans alongside him. I'm almost out of like hype for Johnny Evans because he just delivers, doesn't he? With just like effortless composure. 93% pass accuracy, allowed United to build up and control the game. Calm, effective, made 9 clearances, had a crucial last man tackle. Just Johnny Evans is a joke of a player. 7.5 out of 10 performance, and it was nearly an 8 to be honest, but it's a 7.5 out of 10 performance. Like, Johnny Evans, man. If this is our backup centre halves and this is the sort of performances that they can put in, and realistically, these two might be 5th and 6th choice centre half, maybe. You'd presume Maguire's probably ahead of both of them, and then Euro, Martinez, and De Ligt ahead of all of those. Like, it's not a bad sort of centre half array that we've got going on there, is it? Mazraoui, 8. Because it's Mazraoui, and this is where we start with his performances now. Won 5 out of 6 of his duels, 93% pass accuracy. Contribution on the night was good in helping maintain balance. Didn't have a mega strong attacking presence, but he keeps it ticking. He just makes great decisions. He's just like, he's just super consistent and super composed, and just he is decision making personified. It's been a long time since we had such a reliable, consistent player, and I really enjoy having him. Casemiro, 7.5 out of 10. So he was key defensively with 4 clearances and pretty good offensively with a few dangerous passes. He did get a yellow. He was effective in his duels with 5 out of 8. He kept their midfield in check. He allowed us to dictate the game, nice and comfortable. It was a real solid performance, I thought, there from Casemiro. He's in a nice vein of form at the moment. I wonder if he's going to get rested. We did rotate a little bit last night. Would he have maybe been a better option for someone to rotate? Alongside him, Manuel Ugarte, 6.5 out of 10. He was active in his duels, but he didn't win a lot of them, only 2 out of 8. He supported Casemiro well defensively, pressed well, but he did get caught out at times, and that resulted in a yellow card at one point. He did struggle to find rhythm with passing. He keeps it ticking nice when he plays it sideways and backwards. I think he keeps it nice, but he added tenacity in midfield, so just a pretty average performance from him, but it wasn't really the sort of game where you expect him to shine. I put him in my starting 11, and I thought the counters from PAOK would be a lot more effective. But yeah, I guess they could have been a little bit better, couldn't they? And because they weren't, you didn't really need Ugarte as much as maybe you thought you would have done. Diallo, 9, obviously. he was United's best player. Both the goals that he scored were impressive. His work rate was excellent, 10 out of 17 duels. He made 3 defensive actions. He was pressing. His dribbling was fantastic. He made 3 out of 5 successful dribbles. He was clinical in his finishing. He should have had a penalty. Like, it was a very, very, very strong performance. And I'm under no illusions of the quality of PAOK. But you can only beat what's in front of you, and at times Manchester United have not beaten what's been put in front of us. So when someone has a good game, I'm going to talk about him having a good game without sort of like holding anything back. He had a good game. Let's celebrate him having a good game, and let's see if he can build on that. Because I think he's really put in performances that have sort of circled this all season. His dribbling is brilliant. In those tight areas, his low centre of gravity is absolutely fantastic. So yeah, solid. 9 out of 10, man of the match. No question about it. Now, this might be a bit controversial for some people, but there were 7 key passes, which means he created a lot of chances. And his pass completion was okay for someone that was trying and creating that many chances, 80%. There were good moments of creativity, including the brilliant cross that he got for Diallo's opener. But I thought he was just a little off. Like, he wasn't quite sparking with it. There were some decisions or positions at times that I just thought were a little bit off. So 6.5 out of 10, certainly not a bad performance, but I thought, maybe you want to see a little bit more. Like, the midfield had an element of control, but that was because of Ugarte and Casemiro. I don't necessarily think Bruno contributed to the control of the midfield. It kind of lost control when it got to him a little bit. It was a bit of a Hollywood performance, I thought, from him, or an attempt at a Hollywood performance. So yeah, 6.5. Not bad, but not good. Garnacho, 6 out of 10. It wasn't a good performance. He was lively early on. He had a couple of moments where he looked bright, but he struggled to break down the defence. It looks like he's been told to maybe try and find the overlap a little bit, because he was doing that almost to his own detriment at times. And the passing wasn't great around it. He did win all 3 of his ground duels, but he faded in the second half and ultimately got the curly finger. So 6 out of 10. Wasn't a good showing. Another 6 out of 10 is Erasmus Højlund as well. So he was involved, but he didn't really make any level of impact. Just 1 shot on target. It is limited service. His hold-up play, it needs work, doesn't it? And he worked hard off the ball as he does. But you've got to get more shots and you've got to get more service. It's on the team, but it's on yourself as well. So pretty just below par performance from Højlund. And the subs, I didn't really think any of them had an opportunity to make an impact. Nice to see Mason Mount. Obviously, Marcus Rashford came on. Christian Eriksen as well. Martinez. There was nothing for them to do. And I would say by about the 70th minute, the game was done as a contest, wasn't it? It was like no one wanted to play the game anymore. It was like, let's wrap it up. We all go home. So as much as, you can have it was a pretty dominant performance, wasn't it, from United? It was fucking boring. Like, United at the moment have been boring. So if Amorim can come in and just stop us being boring, nice one. Because it's a hobby, innit? It's our entertainment. It can't be boring. Listen to what Sir Matt said. Anyway, that's player ratings. If you've not seen 5 things, go check it out. That came out earlier today. Back again with some stuff in the morning. Should be that tactical deep dive tomorrow. So make sure to tune in and check that out. What to expect from Ruben Amorim's Manchester United. And I explain all the different positions and all that sort of stuff. So if you're interested in that, make sure to tune in for that tomorrow. And I'll catch you lot in the next one. Laters. Hey, thank you for watching the video. If you are new around these parts, then don't forget to subscribe. My channel is proudly supported by my community on Patreon. If you'd like to get a little bit of extra content, a Discord group, meetups, five-a-side games, weekly podcasts, behind the scenes, and even an occasional bit of transfer news as and when I get it, then for the price of a pint, you can show your appreciation for the content that we make and get some goodies for doing so as well. Check the link in the description or click the button right here. You'll also find all of my socials here too if you want to follow me on any of those platforms. Nice one.